in our 19th webinar, and I welcome all my participants as well as speakers to be there with us today. And the topic of the webinar today is smart merchandising. When we talk about smart merchandising, it is about the right outlet, the right display, and the ideas that really work. So with that, we are going to start the session today. And before we start the session, the speakers as well as me would like to understand a little background about the people who have joined us today. We've got more than 125 plus registrations. People normally join us, and which will be about 100 plus. That has been the average of what we have observed because of the quality of the topic that we pick up and the speakers that we pick up. So with that intention, I would request all of you to please put your location and background in the chat. And please keep your video on so that we understand that we are talking to people, not on blank screens. So please keep your video on and put in the chat your location and the background. Yeah, please put in your introduction in terms of location and background. Rahul has joined us from the Learning and Development Department in Mumbai. Okay, if you can put your company name also, it will be of help. Surya has joined. Surya is part of our team. Vikas Gupta has joined. So Vikas, you are joining us from which company? If you can put that, that will be also help us to understand. Rahul has joined from Alembic. Welcome, Rahul. Valjit has joined from Lucknow, Apex Laboratories. Welcome. Sunil has joined from Apex Laboratories, GM Marketing. Welcome, Sunil, sir. Amit has joined from Apex. We've got Vikas Gupta from MCW. Okay, chat is buzzing. Here we are talking about Prasad joining from MCW. We've got Raju Sri, who has joined from JB Pharma in West Bengal. Vikrant has joined. Welcome, Vikrant. Welcome, Senthil. Kaveri, who is joined as an agriculture officer. Welcome. So the introduction Suraj, welcome. You have joined from Hetero. You have been regular to our webinars. Thank you so much for joining. Vivek from Apex. Guru Prakash has joined as a senior product executive. Welcome, Guru Prakash. You're from joining us from which company? Omkar has joined from Sanofi. Welcome, Omkar. Yes.
Thank you.
So,
Yes.
so the benefits of joining this particular webinar is we are going to deep dive into merchandising, which is definitely a critical element when we talk about marketing and placement, visibility at the store level. So there are 5 things which we are going and deep diving into it in terms of one, how to select the right outlet. We'll be having deep discussions with our speakers today. And second, we are going to talk about how modern trade differ from the traditional outlet. FMCG, what are the learnings that we can take from FMCG companies when it comes to merchandising? Seasonal merchandising, we'll be deep diving into this, as well as practical tips. So we have a speaker who has in-depth knowledge of retail, and we are going to share with you practical tips, how companies have used merchandising for high visibility. We are also going to deep dive on all these particular topics, and any questions you have, you can park it in the chat and we will be happy to take it at 1 o'clock. The session is targeted to close by 1 o'clock, post which we'll be taking question and answers. So these are the 5 benefits that you will be getting. Along with that, we will also be giving you an ebook, which is on conversation that we are going to have with our speakers today. And the topic of the ebook is smart merchandising, right outlet, right displays, ideas that work. We'll also be having a audit of what exactly are you doing today when it comes to merchandising. I request everyone to participate so that you come to know where exactly do you stand. And 2 winners who will be participating and submitting their response fastest. There is no right and there is no wrong. It's a self-assessment activity. We'll be getting a book, which is Sentiment Analysis for Pharma Marketing. This is from a renowned speaker, Subbarao, who has written more than 15 plus book completely in pharma. So this is something which you definitely have a chance to win. And it's a little introduction about me. I am Ashish. I'm based out of Hyderabad. I am passionate about cycling, dancing, and reading. I've completed my MBA in marketing communication from Symbiosis Institute of Business Management in 2004. I have transitioned from being an employee to an employer. I have worked in verticals like IT, telecom, and pharma. I have been recognized by Business World 40 under 40 in the healthcare space 2021. I've been establishing this particular company, Medgini, in 2012 and turned out to be profitable. I stay with my family, which is my parents, wife, and two sons. So this is my introduction. And then we are now going to introduce our first speaker for the session. The first speaker for our session today is Mr. Sudhakar Sharma. So Sudhakar Sharma has joined us today. He has with 30 years of experience, and he's a seasoned leader and driving growth and retail expansion and commercial excellence. In the past assignment, as a senior vice president pharma at Wellness Forever, he shaped strategies bridging modern trade, pharmacy retail, and customer-focused health solution. Under his leadership, the company has scaled from 25 stores to 250 stores, with revenues growing from 150 crores to 800 crores. He has also launched Amore Health Essentials, creating over 150, now it is about 200 plus FMCG and pharma products, which is a 100% subsidiary of Wellness Forever. His career includes leadership roles in Reliance Retail, Apollo Pharmacy, Religare Wellness, Express Retail, and Dr. Morpine, with expertise spanning across sales, leadership, store expansion, brand building, distribution, and team excellence. Today, as a co-founder of Retailogy, he empowers retail companies to scale with strategic planning, team empowerment, and 360-degree execution across stakeholders. Please join us in welcoming Sudhakar Sharma. Hi, Sudhakar ji.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, rather good afternoon to everyone. And I would like to welcome all the pharma champions. I would always call them pharma champions because they are the backbone of industry, and they are the people who are bringing sales from the field. So thank you very much, and thank you for having me here. Thank you, Ashish ji.
Yeah, thank you. And we look forward to learn from you today and to also tell you something which has not been submitted in the slide. He is also authoring a book which is scheduled to arrive in the coming year, which is again on retail. And this is something which we eagerly look forward from you, Sudhakar ji.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Right. And the second speaker for today is Mr. Meganathan sir. Meganathan sir is a pharma leader with 25 years of experience in sales and marketing. Currently, he's a senior vice president at Apex Laboratories. He leads national operations with full P&L responsibility and drives strategic growth across multiple therapy areas, including autoimmune, pain, cardiology, diabetic, and dermatology. He has successfully built and scaled flagship brands like Zerodol, Befilac, Zincovid, HCQ, and Etova, and led large team at over 1,400 professionals across divisions. His leadership at IPCA Laboratories boosted division sales from 2.5 crores to 5.5 crores per month, strengthening the company dominance in rheumatology and orthopedics. Twice honored as Best Zonal Manager in IPCA, he has also held senior leadership in many companies like Tablets. Academically, he is armed with credentials from XLRI Jamshedpur, IIM Bangalore, University of Madras, and Annamalai University. Please welcome a seasoned strategist and a growth leader, Meganathan Mohan sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ashish, and I am good afternoon to everyone. Nice to meet you all, people. Before we start, I would like to wish the World Pharmacy Day 2 days back. I think we are this group. Most of people are pharmacists. First of all, my wishes to them, and this is going to be a young and vibrant pharma leaders. I am very happy today because I am going to talk to the very vibrant team of my colleagues. So nice to be there, and definitely we'll connect in course of time.
Perfect. And I need to mention one more thing which is not there in the introduction. Sir is a frequent guest speaker in most of the colleges where he talks about marketing and motivation. So I'm so glad to have you here, sir.
Thank you, Ashish.
Yeah. So the topic for today is merchandising, and the how we are going to split the discussion today is on three areas, which is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So when we talk about segmentation, we are talking about identifying the right stakeholders. Targeting is how exactly do you after you identify how exactly do you target this particular outlets to get the maximum ROI. How do you do the positioning or brand positioning of your messaging at the outlet level? So we are going to have very practical discussions today, which will enlighten you to take some practical steps so that you implement it on your particular brand from tomorrow onwards. So with that, we would like to talk about three things which are the area of concern when it comes to pharma or device merchandising. So pharma merchandising, as we know, has got a lot of compliance and regulations. So there is limitation when it comes to pharma merchandising. That is a myth or that is a truth. We will be discussing that in detail. We have seen leading companies like Mankind Pharma has mastered the art of merchandising. We have also seen companies shy away from doing merchandising in a large scale because they feel there is no ROI, there is no KPI to monitor the progress, and the in-house capability of executing merchandising is very limited. So with that, we are now going to start our discussion today. Before we start the discussion, the speakers wanted to have a self-assessment where you as participant need to understand where do you stand currently. So with that intent, there are 10 questions that we have formulated with multiple choice answers, which gives you a current score in terms of where are you currently when it comes to merchandise execution for your brand at your company level. If you can please scan the QR code, my team will be putting the link on the chat. Click on that particular link and you will be able to understand where do you stand today. And once you are done with the content, you are done with the self-assessment, please type done in the chat. Team, can you please put the link in the chat? Thank you so much. So please click on the link and it has got 10 questions. Please answer that particular 10 questions. And we got 2 minutes for people to participate, for which you will also be able to get a book, hard copy, not soft copy. And that is on sentiment analysis for pharma marketeers. That is by Dr. Subbarao sir. And this particular book will be sent to you at your doorstep. And there will be two winners who will be getting this. So the early you participate and the early you submit your response, you will be able to get the chance to win this particular book. So participants can click on the link. If you have any difficulty, please do let us know. If you're done, please type in done. Thank you, Usha. You seem to be the first person. Let us see if there are people who have submitted their response before that as well. What criteria should companies use to select the right outlet, the right placement mix? So Sudhakar ji, you have worked in retail end to end, 30 years of your experience. Please share with us what exactly a pharma company should do when we are talking about selecting the right outlet.
Yeah, so I think this is the basic criteria and basic question which normally comes in the mind of a pharma marketeer when they start thinking about any category or any product. So if we say from perspective of retail, then first of all, we need to find out whether, because a modern trade chain can have hundreds of outlets, but first of all, when we go for a category of product, let's say it's a Nutra or Derma or device or any brand, then the strategic location as per the category of the brand is very, very critical in that case. That whether that location in terms of the visibility, in terms of the accessibility to the customers, or whether it will be driving that kind of footfalls which we require for to offtake of the product. That is the first and foremost thing. And of course, when we it is just not about pharma brands also, but at the same time, when we select the location for the store, for the sales part, because when we are launching any brand, first comes in mind that what kind of sales we'll be bringing in. So first of all, strategic location is very, very integral part of this thing where we are planning to launch any product and, to make awareness about it. So first point is this, the strategic location, which they can, define, and of course they can take a help of people who are in merchandising team. They can have a data about it. They can have what kind of locations they have, the premium location. Second, in this, apart from the location, then second part would be the target audience. Target audience means whether that kind of product is meant for the target audience which are staying in that catchment. Especially I would say the gender, I would say the paying capacity of the customers, the economical class of the customers. Of course, at the same time, it is also about the brands, because let's say if I am, let's say, because in a store, let's say any company, they can have a store in Bandra also. They can in Delhi, they can have a store in Greater Class also, in Southex also, and they can have a store in a slightly middle class catchment. So first of all, we need to analyze whether my target audience is, majority of the target audience in that catchment is there, where I'm targeting or launching that store, that product. Third thing, where we can have a lot of help is that when we are launching, there is anything unique today, that until unless I'm launching anything which is unique and we are taking a first mover advantage. Otherwise, for any category of brands which we are launching in the market, is already there is some competition, there is some already players are there who are doing well and who are doing great businesses. So before launching the brand in the market or in a particular location, third thing also comes in mind, where my competitor presence is there. Already they are having sales. Ultimately, when I'm launching my brand, then I will try to take initially their share and then slowly build up my brand or my customers. So competitor benchmarking is very critical also in this. Wherever my competitors are there, I need to be present so that the same category with already the business is there, I can immediately have a click and immediately can start doing my sales. And fourth point in this, to select the right outlet. Fourth point, which is in this category, the last point is a store layout. Store layout means the size of the store, the overall layout of the store, the kind of options we have for display and for my visibility of the brand. Normally we see that nowadays all the modern trade stores are touch and feel, customer browsing area is there. So we need to have, and then many of the product stores are having category wise display. So whether I'll be getting my product in a particular category where it will be visible for me or my customers to access, and they can compare with the brands. With, if I have some kind of a USP of my brand, then next to me might be my competitors are also placed, but
Yeah.
customer can compare. And once, let's say, all the companies today, especially in OTC and OTX category, companies are doing some kind of social media activities and other things. So it should not be that it is a brand which is not known. At least we have heard about that brand. So this is all about that store layout and the visibility option also I need to explore. So these are the major criteria I would say to select a right store for my brand. And if we talk about the product placement, then again, I on a repetitive mode, like first of all, the market research, that whether I am launching my product in the right market, in the right kind of economy background customers. At the same time, their previous buying patterns at the same store, in the same catchment, or with the competitors. Second, the point comes to the pricing part, because today, let's say example, we can have a hair care shampoo of 200 ml rupees, 200 ml size in 200 rupees also. And at the same time, we can have a 200 ml pack shampoo in 1000 rupees also, or in 2000 rupees also. So whether I can have that kind of customers, that kind of pricing bracket, then that also, like if there is a, let's suppose there is a catchment like Bandra and I'm launching something, a product, then that should be slightly high premium price, because people in that area will not buy a cheaper or a more economical kind of a pricing, because there again it is a status symbol apart, because price is linked to the status symbol. So pricing also part, and at the same time catchment analysis, as I mentioned, that when I launched any product selecting any right outlet, I need to be on my legs, doing the benchmarking in the nearby other stores also, in the competitor stores also, in other modern trade player also. So this is how this will help us to select the right outlet and right placement at a right outlet. So as per me and as per my experience, I think these are the basic points where it will help pharma marketeers to select the right outlets and right placement for at least initial kick, and after that, of course, the product quality, repeat buying, consistency, and other factors will play a vital role into this.
Perfect. So I think there are a lot of parameters which you have talked out today, and I wish the participant can get a template before going to the field and evaluating whether the outlet is a good fit for the merchandising. So with your support and with your experience, we'll try and definitely, you have talked about so many parameters. We design a template and share it to the team so that if you are evaluating an outlet, check on these parameters, and if they qualify, please take them as a part of your merchandising. So
Sure.
definitely, this is insightful. And Meganathan sir, I have the second question for you now. We are talking about merchandising, and we have also uh, identified the right outlet. But now we are talking about linking merchandising with sales conversion. So, in your experience, how exactly do you link merchandising with sales experience? Can you give us some insight? Because pharma people are very clear that they would like to have ROI, and ROI comes with sales. How exactly you have been able to tackle this piece of merchandising versus sales conversion?
Yeah, thank you, Ashish. And Mr. Already, Sudhakar ji is put the base of discussion on the webinar today. He told very clearly, we have to choose smart merchandising means the right outlet and right display. That's point number one. And now you're asking how the link between merchandising which leads to sales conversion. Definitely yes. I do say yes, because if you have proper merchandising, definitely that leads to the sales conversion. I would like to talk 2, 3 points in the sales conversion, how it is exactly happening in the merchandising area. Every merchandising is a sales conversion are directly linked, as effective merchandising create the appealing and engaging shop experience by the customer. That's very, very important. How it is engaging. The customer engagement is very, very important. How we are engaging a customer through visual merchandising that attract the product display. When you have visual merchandising, if you attract the product display, the strategy on outlay, everything, customer can feel that product. That's that makes that will encourage the product, explore the products that keep them to engage longer, that increase the chances of purchasing power. So customer have to feel that product in the display area. The merchandising, if you go to any retail outlet, you will have the high catchy area, high display area, high that in the cash counter area, and the customer the dispensing area. So these are all the areas you have to locate and you have to identify. Then you can make your customer engage. These are the areas. And number two, the product visibility and accessibility. These all areas what I have discussed just now, that those areas, we have to have the product visibility first. Above that, the accessibility. People have to feel that product. Particularly, I'll give the 2, 3 examples. The vitamins and pain reliever. The pain reliever, normally winter time, the people have the joint pain. Winter time, people they go to the chemist shop, I go to the retail outlet, they feel the whatever available in the store, taking their own space, and they'll feel that. That's very, very important. And the cold, the seasonal time, people have the common cold. The cold preparation drugs, it will be available in the table itself. Any retail outlet, if you go, it will be available in the retail, the table. All the cough and cold preparations. And the second point, now, if you I'll perceived value. Perceived value, why I'm talking on that, merchandising area. People come with the perceived value. Particularly, I'll give the example of Dabur Anitas. Why that is as perceived as the Ayurvedic preparation. Whenever the people want to go, they have the cough. Initially, they'll go to the chemist shop they'll go to the retail outlet. They don't want to go for the general trade medicine, modern medicine. They want to go and confined with Ayurvedic preparation. That's what no Dabur Anitas they are displayed in the manner the whenever you go to the chemist shop, if you can see that no Ayurvedic preparations are in the counter, cough preparations. I'll give that example, and one more product I'll give you the examples in nice anti-itching powder, particularly summertime. Nycils will sells in the counter that you can see that merchandising, and all the customer also can feel that product in the hand. So that will also increase the sales conversion and the influencing purchase decision, the strategy, the product placements, eye-catchy display, and clear promotional message. If you go to chemist shop, you will find a lot of posters, danglers, and the brand recall items in the table that will give that catchy your eyes, that will give influence the customer the purchasing decisions and at the point of the sales and enhance the shop experience. Now, always know every customer has to have the positive enforcements and positive enjoyable purchasing experience that will come because of the retail salesman. He has to go and demonstrate the product and he has to convince the customer in terms of the dangler, in terms of the posters. For example, Jain. Now, Jain will give the trust of digestions. No, in the now the salesman will explain in the local language. He'll have connect with the customer in the local language. They have the beautiful bonding, the customer loyalty and customer connect is very important, particularly in the merchandising is concerned. And how the merchandising is increasing the turnover by making a product more appeal and increase the purchase merchandising directly to the customer that will improve the overall the sales performance, which leads to faster inventory turnover and allow the introduction of the new products also. From most of times, if you see the new introduction, the company will come out with a lot of new posters and patient education posters and danglers. You can see that lot of danglers in the display area that will give a lot of positive message about the particular product and particular product ingredients, particular products indications. These all are very important for the customer point of view. Definitely, every merchandising will lead to the ROI. I hope 3-4 points now very important, influencing the purchasing decisions.
I think a lot of points that you have shared with us, Megnath sir, is definitely making a lot of sense. The example of Dr. Dabur Hanitos. And also, we have talked about sample distribution as well as patient screening. This is definitely a sweet spot for many companies for leveraging.
Off late, if you can see the most of the chemist shops, having a BP checkup to retain their customers and increase the customer for the routine the checkup. You can see that periphery area, even the same retail outlet, the people start doing the BP checkup and the screening of glucose level, diabetes screening. And these are small activity they start doing in the retail outlet that also can lead to the sales conversion. I hope Mr. Sudhakar will agree because he has got a vast experience on the retail.
Yeah, so I think the very practical points that you have shared when we are talking about actually linking the merchandising with sales conversion. And we have another very important question which we are going to talk about today, which is targeting. So when we have identified the right outlets and we have certain learnings to take from FMCG companies. So Sudhakar ji, you have seen FMCG companies leveraging modern trade, traditional outlets when it comes to merchandising. So what do you feel are the best practices that FMCG companies do, which pharma or device companies need to adapt immediately when it comes to merchandising?
So, thank you very much, Meganathan ji, for really insightful, discussion and inputs. So, when we come to OTC or OTX, it is more of the flow or a pattern should be a kind of FMCG what we normally players we adopt. So in this, 2-3 things which are very learning from, because I also during my tenure I was part of the Big Bazaar Biani group in Delhi, and I used to be there as a senior manager operations for a grocery retail chain called Big Apple. Then after in 2012, that took over by Bianis. So there, from fruit, vegetables to the grocery, to the home care, to the personal care, and those categories also, it was part of that. And in few stores, of course, the wine and alcohol was also part of it. So in this, what I have learned, and that should really, it should be a trend setter, or it should be a takeaway. First of all, especially in retail outlets in pharma, we do not see kind of a more customer engagement, because what normally we see is that a pharmacy is a place where a prescription will come and will dispense the prescription medicines and customer will go. And normally this is how normally a pharmacist plays that role, and this is what they think that is the only role which they have. But what I think is, in that case, apart from dispensing the prescription or telling about the medicines and doses and side effects and other things, customer engagement approach, because this is where, if you today you see the layout of a good modern trade pharmacy store, it is just not about selling medicines. Let's say you take an example of today Wellness Forever, or you take example of even Apollo Pharmacy, and many more players are in market where they are creating a model of a pharmacy based on the European standards of Boots, Walgreens, Lifeline pharmacies, Aster pharmacies abroad, Watsons, where I have seen during my tenure in Amor Health Essentials, I been to those countries in Taiwan, in Seoul, Dubai, and those areas where I've seen stores of Boots, stores of Walgreens, stores of Life Pharmacy, Aster Pharmacy, where I have seen the pharmacy size of 20,000 square feet. Today, we have a hypermarket of 20,000 square feet in India, but I have seen a pharmacy there of 20,000 square feet without any grocery, without any FMCG products, purely pharmacy and healthcare products. And in that 20,000 square feet of pharmacy, only the hardcore prescription is only 200 square feet. The rest 19,800 square feet area is purely the prevention and wellness categories. And this is how a approach which the pharma companies as well as the brands also need to be adopt those kind of practices, where first is the customer engagement. It should not be what customer is coming from the home and thinking of buying, what else we can suggest, what else extra in lifestyle category of products, in supplements, in devices, in nutraceuticals, in herbaceuticals, in cosmeceuticals, or in rehabilitation category, what all products can be. Or especially, when we talk about lifestyle diseases, then the diabetic patients, hypertensive patients, apart from medication, what kind of other products can be proposed or can be suggested, so that they can also live a life like a normal human being. Their lifestyle can be improved by maintaining that disease, because we know that hypertension and diabetes and these kind of chronic diseases elements are not curable, that need to be managed lifetime. So customer engagement approach we can learn from the FMCG part, from the FMCG merchandising. Second is the planogramming. Planogramming is such a beautiful science. If we talk about that, you must have seen, when let's say we go to DMart or we go to Reliance Mart or earlier Big Bazaar, you see when we enter into the store, and there's a beautiful thing about planogramming, and that's a science which we have learned and developed during my retail tenure. You will see when customers enter into the store, he always starts from left. So whether the order, how the day progress, let's say in FMCG category, the day starts from oral care. So whether my display planogramming start from oral care, then after that it is personal care, the bath accessories. Then whether my planogramming is according to that. So then when we are talking about pharma retail also, and the customer browsing and the touch and feel, so this is how, because after the pharma, we can divide the category into two parts. One is food and one is non-food. Food is which we can consume, and non-food is which we can apply on our body or body care categories. So both categories are separate, but we need to do such a beautiful planogramming, so that when the day starts and when the day progress, are we having a planogramming like that? And then in that planogramming, when we think about a brand, then whether in that, let's say there is a gondola or there is a shelf rack for hair care. Then in hair care, how the pattern is? Pattern start from, like initially when we start hair care, first is the shampoo. Then there is a conditioner. Then there is maybe for hair oil category, for gels, and then for hair colors. And in that also, that should be from left to right, because a human being sees from left to right, not from right to left. So whether my planogramming is done in that way as per the human behavior, and whether we are placed in the right category of products, whether when I want to select products. So planogramming is second part. Third is we can learn lot of insights from the offers and schemes normally FMCG players are giving to the customers, especially like let's say buy one get one free or 20% off, or these kind of when we are talking about OTC, we cannot be hardcore play like a pharma player and prescription only. Otherwise, then if we have that kind of a shy attitude, or we have kind of a ego that okay, I'm a pharma company, I'll not play like a FMCG, then the kind of revenue or kind of brand visibility we want, it will not come. Then we need to think like a FMCG or a grocery store, and then offers and schemes and that kind of happening in the store should be there. So this is how the third part. Fourth is seasonal impact, like how, because in OTC category, especially in derma category, in other categories, things changes. Let's say we are talking about derma category. So in winter season, derma category products majority demand is different, and in summers it is different, and in rainy season or in other seasons it is different. So whether my pharma marketeer is thinking on those grounds and speaking to the concerned retail brand outlets that the fulfillment of in advance before the season starts, fulfillment of the inventory, placement at the right shelves, right products, and planning a right marketing and brand promotional activities as per the season is very, very critical also, which we need to learn from the from the hypermarket and supermarket, because you can remember when we go to a D-Mart or a Big Bazaar or a Reliance Mart, when let's say there is a winter season, they play a very good display prepared by some cotton balls or some cotton, and they create kind of a ice kind of a structure, especially Christmas season and all that. So the look and feel and the theme of the store is winters, and in that display we can display our products category which we want to showcase and which we want to sell, so that it can sell not as a need base or as a prescription based, it also will sell also as a impulse buying. People are not coming to store to buy, but when we see the product, when we see the display, and when we see the right theme, then that recollection, okay, I also need this, the season has come. So whether I am doing those kind of activities. Fifth point in this would be cross merchandising. Cross merchandising, which we can learn from FMCG players, is let's say we are selling, let's say we are selling Pampers or Huggies, diapers. We are selling in pharma stores also. So at the same time, where we kept the the baby diapers, at the same nearby, do we have the personal care category of baby care? Do we have the baby care shampoos? Do we have the baby care, soaps or talcum powders? So when a mother comes to buy a pamper or a Huggies or any baby diapers, so cross merchandising where I can sell other category of the same customer. So that is a beautiful thing which we need to learn from FMCG players as a cross merchandising. We normally call it cross merchandising. I can remember one example which was totally a different kind of example. When I was in Big Apple, my CEO, I would like to name his name. I learned a lot from him, Mr. Anand Murthy. He was our CEO. He was quoting an example of a European countries, that the merchandiser at a retail outlet was seeing a different trend. Like what he was saying, whenever a customer was buying baby diapers, he was also, the same customer was buying, or whenever there was a beer sale, there was a sale of baby diapers. So that was, was a totally strange for the retail company, that why it is a link of beer and, baby diapers. Then they reconcile the data, then they, analyze the data, and then they think then they come to the conclusion that the single parents, the father, the single parents are there and who are buying beer or alcohol from the departmental store. At the same time, they have a baby kid at the house and they are buying diapers. So this is, then they at the next counter of the beer and all that, they displayed the baby diapers so that the patient or sorry, the customer will not having difficulty to find out that product. So sometimes we cannot relate, but
Absolutely.
at the buying behavior, buying pattern of the customers. So cross merchandising plays a very important role. And of course, at the same time, last in this category would be the brand prompters.
Hmm.
And of course, I will talk in detail about the staff incentives.
Right.
Because what I think is when there is a FMCG brand,
Hmm.
normally those kind of brands hire Shah Rukh Khans, Katrina Kaifs, and Salman Khans as the brand ambassadors and pay crores of rupees. And also at the same time, they pay, lots of money, crores of rupees in to, showcase those advertisements in social media, TV, and other things. Here, what I would suggest, and I have seen in my journey with Wellness Forever, that for to sell these products and to promote these brands in OTC, in Nutra, or in other categories from pharma, we need to make our store staff brand ambassadors.
Absolutely.
And those are the brand ambassadors, and they actually need that kind of motivation to sell those products. Otherwise, it is just a product which is keeping on the shelf. Why they should sell your brand only? They need to have some motivation. They need to have some competition, some incentives. So today, proudly, we can say that during my tenure, because normally I've seen during my tenure with Apollo, I've seen that they were giving incentives for their private label, but nobody is giving incentives for the other products which are not private label. But now,
Right.
during my Wellness Forever, I initiated that journey 13, 14 years back. That is called premium label category. And we negotiated with the companies. We started incentives. We started recognition to the staff. Every staff who's selling, let's say, 100 rupees of product will get some incentive on personal level, because today all the retail outlets are having a user ID based billing, and we can figure out that who sold this product end of the month or end of the day. So brand prompters and staff incentive also will play. Right now I've seen many companies are doing PPI like per piece incentive. Your per piece incentive the company will not give, because company already you have given margin, that margin is for company. Then the brand need to give that incentive to the store staff so that they can motivate to sell their products, and then sale can be increased. Once the product is sold, then of course the quality, the consistency, and then repeat buying will start happening, and of course then the display and other things will play in that role. So these are the, I think, major things which we can learn from FMCG players to increase the offtake of the products on the pharmacy outlets.
I think rightly said. You have also given international examples, plus the importance of cross-selling, upselling, many other things which actually we can start implementing it and probably learn from FMCG how they do it very uniquely, very innovatively. With that, Meganathan sir, I have a next question for you in terms of what's your advice for building a seasonal, low-budget merchandising model for continued success? So you have seen many companies implementing merchandising at the outlet level, be it the modern trade or the traditional outlet. What are the immediate things which comes to your mind that pharma marketeers, device companies, nutrition companies, OTC companies can actually implement at the store level?
Yeah, Ashish ji, I think we are in right merchandising program today. You asked me, the low cost merchandising model. I think a big example is Medgini. I owe to you because I take service from you because a pharma we have a lot of restrictions, a lot of limitation in the brand promotion in a retail outlet because we cannot go open end and we cannot promote the products in because these products are all scientific products. I cannot display
Compliance.
more than what is framed work.
Right.
And first of all, we have to understand what is OTC and what is OTX. There is a line difference between OTX and OTC. And prescription, if it comes, that is prescription brand. If patient next time is come without prescription asking over the counter, that is OTX. So this differentiations, no, we understand. Then our merchandising is very, very easy for all of us to understand. And the chemist know what low level, what we do normally, chemist level rack space blocking. The best example rack space blocking is a Cetaphil. I think Derma brand, the leading brand from Galderma. If you go to any medical shop, any store, any supermarket, you will find exclusively rack for the Cetaphil. Cetaphil, you all know that is the brand from Galderma. And not only they are confined with moisture, they have the entire range of products. You can see that no, the entire range of products. They keep the prominent area in the rack, whether you go to the mall, whether you go to the restaurant, go to the medical shop, and any clinic, saleable clinics area, uh, the people can feel and immediately they can take the Cetaphil product. That one example I can give. Uh, and we can do that in danglers. Danglers are very economical and low cost. We can, whatever product you want to promote in the retail outlet, you can make the dangler. And brand recalls, chemist books, chemist notebooks. Normally, chemist notebooks are required because with that book only they'll be placing orders for the wholesaler. And the patient awareness posters, because no the whether you are talking about the nutritional supplement, whether you are talking PPI, whether you are talking of gastric problem, the posters will create a lot of awareness. Through that awareness, the brand recognition also will take place. Now, recently, I've seen I've gone through that. My experience on Jain. All the salesmen of the medical shop wearing Jain T-shirt, the trust of digestion, the Jain there. Now the wording, the beautifully they prepared. I think Abbott is given a T-shirt for all the retail. More than I had a discussion with Abbott guy. They said no, they are 7 lakh T-shirts they are given to the retailer. They have done recently campaign. After that low cost campaign, the sales is increased like anything. And that one word they have put relief in your packet, Daijin. The pay of line relief in your packet, that is Daijin. So all salesmen wearing the relief in your packet, that Daijin, that's automatically give the exposure of merchandising. That also give the brand recall in the chemist level. That's one area we can work on.
Very practical things that you have observed and shared with us, Meganathan sir.
Yeah.
I have also requested Sudhakar ji to share with us practically what exactly has he seen and what exactly companies can actually implement at the outlet level. So, Sudhakar ji, my next question for you today, which is going to help our participants, apart from the knowledge which Meganathan sir has shared today, what exactly are the things that pharma companies can do at the outlet area? Can you please share with us in detail so that companies can actually take this to practice? So we don't want these sessions to be a theory sessions or a feel-good session for people who are coming and spending the weekend with us today. We want them to take advantage, implement all the things that we are talking about, which has given success for many pharma companies, many device companies, OTC wellness companies. So, Sudhakar ji, based on your experience, I want you to share certain activities which will be of relevance and can be implemented tomorrow.
Sure. Thank you, Ashish. I think that's a valid thing, and I want that everyone who's part of the meeting should learn about it through my experience of more than 30 years in retail, and very well described by Meganathan ji about the OTC and OTX category. Here, I also want to add. He also mentioned about Galderma Cetaphil. I can remember, Cetaphil till 2012-13, I've seen purely a derma prescription brand. But as I mentioned that when we launched a premium level category in Wellness Forever, and then I just analyzed that point of time in 2013, I analyzed the data that during that time Wellness Forever was having around 30 stores, and the sale of Cetaphil was in across 30 stores was roughly around 2 lakh rupees across per month based on majorly prescriptions. I want to here emphasize again the the display part and the staff incentive part. We started a incentivization in that category of Cetaphil, where staff start selling because of the incentive plan and other things, and then of course the lot of trainings and other things. So here, what I've seen, and you will amazed to see, just by giving training about the product range of Cetaphil and about the incentive plan which we have given to the store staff, within 4 months, from 2 lakh in the same set of stores, sale reached to 25 lakh rupees. 2 lakh to 25 lakh rupees just because of.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is, I was also shocked, and many brands like this. This is just because Meganathan ji mentioned this Cetaphil brand. So I just came across that. I recollect my thing, and then, this is what. So this is the power of brand building. This is the power of staff motivation, and this is the power of, if we can make our store staff the brand ambassadors, they can turn around the table, and they can create outstanding results. So
Absolutely.
here, and the same pattern where you asked about the brand building part, how we can like we only think of maybe few things, but here I would request, I just send you a few slides.
Yeah,
If
I'll
you
present
can have
that.
few slides, I just send you few slides. If you can just share those slides one by one, I'll discuss about
Sure.
those
Yeah. So Surya,
point
can you
of view.
please share the slide for us? Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
please share the slides. So this is
Yeah.
like especially for this something which is very, very innovative also and very insightful, the brand building options in retail pharmacies. So here I would request all the pharma marketeers who are present today that they should take a note of it, and then whenever they are launching a brand, then they can it is like something very innovative, and it is very thoughtful. So let's go on to the second slide. So first thing is envelope branding. All the chemist shops, retail outlets are dispensing medicine, and they are putting those medicine in envelopes. We can have a co-branding activity where one side can be let's say it is Apollo or Wellness. So one side can be their branding, and one side can be the our branding of, let's say, Meganathan want to do for Ginkgovit. So for one side can be a Ginkgovit range, the tablet, the syrup, the drops, and one side can be the envelope branding. So this, and a very, very cost effective, a 4 by 6 or 4 by 8 inch size of an envelope will cost you, of course we will print in lakhs, maybe 1 lakh or 2 lakh. And even if I give a 3,000 envelopes in per store, I can cover, let's say, 50 stores. So directly my brand will reach to 1 lakh households by just adding a cost of maybe 1.25 or 1.5 rupees per envelope. So by spending 1.5 lakh rupees for 1 lakh envelopes, my brand will reach to 1 lakh households. And then that will create a different kind of, brand building with minimum expenses and maximum outreach. So that can be one. Second, we'll go to second part. One can be this,
Yeah,
because
so
it's just
this
of time.
envelope branding is the one which the pharmacy can actually put your particular products while dispensing the same thing to the customer.
Next slide is FSU. FSU is, normally we call it freestanding unit, where if we want to create a good display of, let's say, 2 by 4 or 2 by 5 square feet, then we can have a proper particular, let's say we have a range of Dharma, or we have a range of Nutra, or maybe we have a range of a baby diapers or anything. Then we can have a freestanding unit at the floor, our own unit, for 1 month, for 2 months, 3 months. So this also can be, apart from the shelf and all, we can have it. So it will give a different kind of a visibility. It is purely my own shelf, own rack, where I can display, and different eyeballs will be created in this, and different display and different offtake will start into this. So second can be a FSU unit at a floor level or at a store level. Of course, these are the learning from FMCG players only. A lot of things are there on those supermarket and hypermarket stores.
So
So
this
those
is more practically possible when we are having good space at the retail outlet level, right?
normally see, nowadays, if you, as I mentioned, today from last 4-5 years, I've seen Apollo is opening stores in the size of around 1000 square feet.
Yeah.
Wellness Forever is also already a model from so many years. There is no store less than 1000 square feet. So there is a space. And if we talk with the merchandising team of the company, they will create a space for us. And that can be created maybe not in all outlets. Let's say out of 100 outlets, we can create in 20 outlets, 25 outlets, which are the major catchments or major, target audience which is there. And, the more purchases can happen. So that can be created.
Perfect.
And by doing this, why should I dependent only on one shelf? I can have my entire range in one shelf. So I'm owning this, unit there in the store. We can go to next slide now. Third slide.
Yeah. Next slide, please.
Yeah. Countertop. You can this because normally when in pharmacy patients are coming, they are waiting for the prescription to be dispensed. They're waiting the medicines to be come out from the shelf, billing. At the same time, when they're waiting, the waiting time, they're looking around here and there, and they're standing on the counter. A small 1x1 or 1x1.5 size of for 5 6 units we can display. So the countertop unit can be planned. This is also good, and their counter is the place where a lot of impulse buying is happening, where my pharmacist or my salesman is already standing. They can ask that what is this product about, and they can tell about it. So countertop can be a good option for brand building.
Right. So I think we have observed this while we are doing project with Enerzal, Electral, Bare Kinestrine powder, where the point of sale definitely where you do the billing, the attention comes immediately and you pick up the stuff.
Right. And this is a very
Right.
small unit which can kept over the counter. Right.
And it doesn't cost much, but yes, it is high impact for people to have impulsive purchase.
Sure. We can go to next slide.
Nice.
Now this is a brand gondola, like we can the whole shelf we are saying about the, like, let's say different brands can have my whole range of products. So I am owning mother. If I have that kind of pockets, I have that kind of range. Of course, everything will come at cost. We need to negotiate on the the number of stores or number of shelves or the products. But brand gondola overall, I've seen, and this is where sometimes we have a wide range and we need to put a brand promoter maybe for weekends or so. So this can act like act as a shop in shop model for my brand for a multiple range in a store, and that can create a good brand building and good visibility.
That's a nice one. I think wellness stores and modern trade chain outlets, you have the liberty to get this gondola.
Yes. So this is
Yeah.
what so
Perfect.
we are mainly talking about modern trade stores only.
No,
Right.
Ashish, Ashish ji, now today, the total merchandising after Apollo and MedPlus, totally that outlet is totally different, changed the entire paradigm of the display.
Absolutely.
If you see Apollo also two category of outlets they are having. One is a premium, one is non-premium.
Correct.
Premium is always goes to that posh area, like no Chennai. Suppose
Such a nice
Chennai, Anna
society.
Nagar, Adayar, you can see that outlet of Apollo is totally different, and MedPlus outlets are totally different.
Yeah.
Where no whatever Sudhakarji is displayed, this all those things are no have that no placements in these shops actually.
Oh,
So that will give the feel good factor, and customer feel that no importance there. And during the prescription time, the prescription attended time, they can go and feel touch the brands, particularly nutrition supplement, particularly dermatology segment, particularly napkins. So these are all the areas people want to explore.
yes.
No, modern trades today totally changed. Way in which 20 years back we had a retail shop. Today retail shops totally different. Dynamics are changed today.
True. Well
Very well,
said.
very well put,
Very
and
well
thanks
said.
for endorsing
Comes
this,
with your experience,
Meganathan.
Meghnath sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we can go to next slide. This is the end cap branding. Like when we go to stores, you can see that between the counter and the shelf there is a gondola is staying, and a lot of products are displayed because this is on the way when customer is browsing and roaming around here and there. So first when they enter, this is the place where the first sight is there, and then it is just in as soon as we open the door in front only my end cap is there of gondola, and this can be a very good prime space to take for my brand display and for sales and for and I can keep some kind of a material also there, a study material or a leaflet or a brochure also. Maybe I can hang around there nearby, and then this can be also a very good display option. Rather than maybe that can be a cross merchandising also. Like I already have my category in the category where the product is displayed, but this I have created a special category for me without, this is a special display unit I have created. Apart from the my products are already available in that category where the stock is lying of other competitors. So this can be a good option for a very, but this is a prime space. This comes with a good cost also, because this is in the store, this is the most prime space.
Next slide.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can go to next slide. Rack display, of course, as we already discussing about, there's a common practice that we take maybe a 3x1 or 3x2 shelf, and we highlight it, or we do some kind of a shelf talker there, or some kind of offer or schemes. So that is a normal practice we all know, and we have been doing from so many years. So this is a very common thing, but very, very useful. So we can go to next slide for this. Shelf strips. This is again a very good thing, that where my products are already placed, I have kept a shelf stalker where, this is called shelf talker. Shelf talker means it is a silent communicator to the customer about my product, about my tagline, about my offering, and then it itself speaks. So apart from display of products, this shelf talker also can be placed for a good communication as a silent communicator.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Next we can go to aisle separator. Like this is this is a kind of a small display or a poster which can be inserted between the shelf. You can say it is a divider between two shelves, and will also give a different kind of a feel and a good visibility about my brand, both sides. When
Right.
customer
And
is
what we are
coming from
observing,
the store
Sudhakar
and
ji,
going from the store,
Hmm.
that also can give a good, from it is a to and fro. While coming and while also going, it will give a visibility.
Nice. And what we have observed is the regional language.
Yeah.
So that is something which, as marketeers, you have to be mindful that regional language should also be used as much as possible for you to resonate with the local audience.
Sure. Yeah. That will play a very big role, because normally people may not understand the English or other language, but the local language, regional language plays a very important role, and which will connect to the customer also. Because
Perfect.
yeah,
Nice example.
you can go to next slide. So this is a blank area. Sometimes you see we have pillars, we have walls in the store. Blank area is there where nothing is kept and we cannot display anything, but a poster, a round poster or something like this can be created on a wall or on a pillar, which will also create a good eyeballs, so that we can utilize the
Nice.
space and a different kind of branding can be done. Right. We can go to next. Floor branding. I've seen a lot of players. We can place some stickers. I've seen that, let's say your brand is at the corner or in the end of the category, but normally all customers are not going there. They are just coming to store, buying medicine and going out. But if I have something on the floor which is taking to that category, let's say I have footprints, and let's say I have footprints, and that footprints are going towards my category or towards my brand, then that create a good kind of innovative floor branding and good customer attraction. So that can be a good thing which we can do, and a lot of players are doing this.
Absolutely. This is the least that we can think about pharma marketeers utilizing it. But yes, this actually captures the attention, because we normally don't expect that a floor branding can definitely be a good point of presence for us.
Sure. We can go to next slide. Invoice branding. So now this is also very, very common, like when we print an invoice. So one side is the all details of bill and everything is there, and the back side normally that is a blank. So we can, and it is very, very, very economical. We can just give them a pre-printed invoice that costs roughly around 50 paisa per invoice. If we print in 1 lakh, 2 lakh, and then that can be, segregated to different stores. And this is very, very, that is again like an envelope. This will also will go home. This will also will keep for a few days. It's a billing, a printout. So there is also a very good thing which we can, at a very economical price, we can reach to millions of customers. Invoice branding is also one of the part.
Perfect.
Right. Next, we can go e-invoice. Again, nowadays, few players are not printing or customers are not taking hard copies. So whenever a customer buys, if you go to any modern trade outlets, they have a software inbuilt like this. They will send you a e-invoice. So, on a message or on a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
when you open a link, then before your bill comes, there is a 10-second kind of a template or a GIF kind of thing is playing. So then, and that can very economically, that can reach to the customers whenever they will open the invoice. There your brand will come and it will display for a few seconds, and then they will open the PDF file or the bill, which is there for your records and for your pricing and for your as a authentication of your purchase. But e-invoice also a very good thing, which we have done a lot of things in Wellness Forever also, and other players also following this. Very, very economical. And in this, we can customize also, because this is a software driven. We can customize. Let's say we have a diabetic product, then we can customize that this message will show only to the customer who will buy diabetic products, not to the all product, all customers. So that also can be customized through our software and through our with the help of our merchandising team. So e-invoice can be a good thing. We can go to
Next slide, Surya.
brand promotion on WhatsApp marketing, target audience, because today it's data is everything today. Data is a king, and all companies, they have data. They will not share the data. Let's say I have launched a calcium brand and I want to propagate it, I want to market it. So other activities which I'm doing, that's fine. But let's say I'm doing a tie-up with the company, and I'm saying whosoever is buying painkillers, whosoever is buying the joint problems or any kind of products, then those data they can take out and then can do the WhatsApp marketing to the target audience. You can give them your kind of artwork, and they will send to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 specific target audience which is related or the buyers of that category of products, and it will reach to their mobile phones, and it can be a good reminder. And then once they come again, they can online order it or they can come to store and buy it. So WhatsApp marketing also for target audience is also very good promotional activity.
That's nice.
And next slide, next activity we can see is window display. This is like window display from outside. Earlier we discussed about the shelf inside the store. This is even if customer is not coming inside, the bottom 3 feet kind of a space normally nowadays stores are keeping for display units. This is called window display. So that is also can create a good eyeball that this product is available in the store, and then whenever they need it, they can have it is just not meant for it's the people who are walking on the road, they also can see it, right? Next we can go to next. This is again, whenever there is a store nowadays, there is a glass facade, and glass facade normally you can see down bottom there is a poster, because over 3 feet they will not allow, that will block the visibility of the store from outside. But till your knee length we can have a poster, and that will again from outside also, from inside also, it's a good visibility. Next we can go on the next option, tent cards. A small tent card can be created on the, as we discussed about the countertop, that is a display of the products or a small counter. But here a tent card, maybe a cardboard tent card or a sunboard tent card can be printed and kept on the counter for a easy reminder about your category or products. We can go to next. Danglers, of course, I think Meganathan sir also discussed about it. So danglers also can be on the ceiling, few danglers of your products, very economical, maybe 5-10 danglers can be placed either over top of your category where your product is displayed, or near the cash counter or somewhere where that can create eyeballs. So dangler also can be economical option. We can print leaflet, we can kept aside on the cash counters, and then our store staff can put in the envelopes or in the carry bags, and it can be handed over to the customer. That can be customized also, that on particular this kind of customer we can give, or it can be to the overall masses. So leaflet also
I think
a good
this
practice.
leaflet, I have personally seen companies where they are giving discount coupons of diagnostic
Yes.
labs,
Yes.
where people want to test for thyroid. They can definitely use this discount coupons. And once, if at all you are tested with thyroid, the first thing that will come to your mind is the brand who has actually made you diagnose this. So this is definitely effective. I have seen people picking up. They have curiosity and they definitely pick it up. So this is a low cost merchandise activity, but yes, it really works.
And as you mentioned, rightly mentioned, that if you can have a kind of a action on it, or maybe kind of like that, a discount coupon or a
Yeah.
cashback or something like this, then the repeat sales or the action, then it is actionable for customers.
Absolutely. So education plus incentive.
Yeah, both are there, so that can be
Right.
done. Next slide, please. Acrylic stands, again, this is a small acrylic stand, because normally tent cards and those are very very fragile, but this is for long lasting. This thing we can create acrylic stand and a poster can be inserted into it, maybe, because acrylic stands are like this, where we can even change the posters on weekly basis, offers about products and all that, or this week I'm promoting my hair care conditioner, next week I'm promoting my shampoo or anything else. Then the different posters can be inserted on an acrylic stand, which can be kept over the counter. Next is, yeah, brand building on TV. Normally nowadays LED TVs are there, and a good PPT can be run or a video can be run. So installed stores, when customers are waiting and they are browsing here and there, then a good brand building activities can be done on the TV. So this is also one of the very very prominent and very very regular activity which normally brand prefers. Next please. Display over the counter, like this is again, when we are outside the store, inside the stores, so over the counter we can do a display, and maybe we can do sampling. Our brand promoter can come there, we can do some testing kind of thing, or leaflet handouts can be given to them. So we can have a small standee or small display over the counter, and we can do the brand building. So this is the last slide, and one or two more things which is not included in this, which I was also, I think, discussing with Ashish ji, that let's say pharmacist is wearing apron, and Meganathan sir was discussing about hygiene. So we have done this campaign long back in Wellness Forever, where are all pharmacists across all stores, because every store has 3 to 4 pharmacists. Then companies can have a kind of a hiring apron, like I can write on the apron above pharmacist, I trust hygiene, I trust Jalusil MPS, I trust Jinkovit. So it is a instant brand building, and every customer is facing the pharmacist, every customer is talking to the salesman or a pharmacist. That can be a very economical and very wide silent communicator for my brand building. And it also shows the trust, that even a store team or staff is trusting on that brand. So this is also a very good activity which we can do, and a lot of other activities, but I think majorly I have covered this, I think, and these are all majorly taken from the learnings of FMCG market and FMCG players. And I hope that to all my pharma marketers who are present there, that it will help them to promote their brand and to build their brand.
Perfect. I think we have 21 examples which you have shared with us based on your experience, observation, working in with various large brands, small brands. I would like to ask a question to the participants. What are the top 3 things which resonates to you that you would like to implement for your brand when it talks about merchandising? They are low-cost merchandising ideas which are shared by both of our speakers, Meganathan sir, Sudhakar ji. And what do you feel that resonates with you and you will be able to implement? There are a lot of questions which are coming in the chat. Trust me, this is for the first time in the 19th webinar that the chat is really buzzing, and they have got so much things to ask and share that we will definitely request our speakers to hold on, because we want the doubts to be cleared. I understand that 1 o'clock was a hard stop for us, but as we were observing something very practical which was being shared to us, I did not want to stop it, and I wanted all of us to learn from this and implement from tomorrow. So please put in what exactly do you feel you are learning from this practical things which are being shared. A lot of people are talking about danglers, leaflets, tent cards. This is something which is interesting. And what I have also observed while I was there on the field, there is something called as paper clips. So if you see a medical shop, they will definitely have a lot of papers on the counter, be it bills or be it the short book, but paper clips are definitely there. So I have seen companies actually branding paper clips, which was very, very low cost. And you would see that particular thing is available always at the counter. So it captures the attention of not only the pharmacist, but also the patient. So this is something which is really low cost. You can definitely go and give it. And in all possibility, we will see that shop is going to use it at the shop. It is not that he is going to give it to his friends or he is going to use it at his home. But this is something which I have seen very, very impactful. And with that, I would definitely like to also share with you the winners for today's contest. We have got two winners who have qualified for today's session. And I would also like to hear a feedback before we talk about the winners. How do you feel the webinar has worked for you? There is a link which my team is going to share in the chat today. You can also scan the QR code, and this will definitely, yes, I will share the photocopy of the photo of that paperclip as well. And yes, and please share us your feedback, and we'll be sharing the ebook of this particular session in a week's time, where we are going to talk about the crux of all the ideas that we have talked about today, which you would like to implement it for your brand visibility at the store level. So please give us your feedback. This will help us improve the topic that you would like to hear from us next month, and what was the quality of the session that we have delivered. So there was a curiosity among some of the people, ki why is Medgini doing this particular webinar? So let me give you a background of Medgini. Medgini is an organization which was started by me in 2012. While I was working in IT organization, I felt the need of stepping into the shoes of business, and pharma marketing was an area I wanted to pick it up. Medgini was started with the whole idea of helping pharma companies to leverage data and technology. We are helping a lot of companies to leverage on the retail space. So we are having the largest reach of chemist store. Today we are about 5.5 lakh retailers, which we are proud about. They are connected to us. They have given the opt-in permission to us. We help you in terms of creating awareness. We help you in terms of creating availability and visibility. So a lot of brands we have worked where we have done merchandise activities. But trust me, this session has also given a lot of learnings to me and my team to take our offerings to the next level. We have helped brands in terms of design, printing, payout, as well as implementation at the store level. But they are very unique ideas which are low cost, which will definitely leverage your brands. We have closely working with Sudhakar ji in terms of how to use this particular ideas to the next level. We are also helping pharma companies to connect with patients as well as doctors. And our team will be more than happy to talk to you. We are present physically in three locations: Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Our customers are across India. And on behalf of the speakers, Meganathan sir, Sudhakar ji, I would like to really thank all of you to be very, very active in the chat and also share your ideas. There are questions which are coming up in the chat. We will definitely take it up. So on behalf of Medgini team, Meganathan sir, Sudhakar ji, we would like to also gift you the gift or the book of sentiment analysis for pharma marketeers. That is by Dr. Subbarao sir. This book will be delivered to you at your office. And the two winners who are getting this particular book today, team, can you please share the details of the winners to me? Yeah, so I have got the two list of the winners. The first winner is Mr. Omkar Rokade. He has been very, very active in the chat as well. And the second winner is Mr. Vikrant Dubey. So can we have them on the spotlight, please? Mr. Omkar,
Hello, sir.
Mr. Vikrant. Hi, Omkar ji.
Hello,
Thank you
Ashish ji.
so much. Thank you so much for joining in.
Hello, sir.
Sir, pleasure is always mine, sir. Thank you. This has been so
Yeah.
much insightful discussions, and I sincerely thank you.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
yeah,
And congratulations. My team will be reaching out to you and
sure
will
thing.
be taking your postal address to send the hard copy. I hope this particular session will help you implement things for your brand in your organization and take this engagement to the next level.
Sir, I just wanted to speak one line. I completely align with Mr. Sudhakar ji and Mr. Meganathan ji because I have been dealing with wellness forever since last 10 years, and whatever Sudhakar sir has discussed today, I'm going to implement at least 3 to 4 topics. So that has been a very insightful. Thank you. Thank you very much
Nice.
again.
Thank you so much. It was nice and good to hear that you are going to implement this. And we have
Sure thing.
Vikrant Dubey.
Yes,
Team,
sir.
we have Vikrant. Hi, Vikrant. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good.
Adi,
How are you?
congratulations. You have won the book.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anything you would like to share about the session today? How was it useful for your business?
Yes, sir. Definitely. I was working in a brand, so that is called Dermac. So it is a OTC kind of a product, but it is currently at an RX level. So the point of display idea which Sudhakar sir has shared, that is very much aligning to my marketing campaigns. For example, the dangler, the leaflet dispenser I have previously given in my previous activities. So I will be continuing this kind of activities, and I have got a very much clear insights about the point of sale displays from his presentation. So it was very beneficial seminar for me. So thank you so much for the information provided.
So nice to hear that. So great. So we have got the winners as well, and there are certain questions. There are so many questions actually. I don't know how much liberty I have with you, Sudhakar ji, Meganathan sir, to take up these questions, which people are eager. People also would like to connect. They have sent personal messages to us. We would like to share your LinkedIn profile link so that people can continue their learning journey by connecting with you on LinkedIn. Do we have the permission to share your LinkedIn profile in the chat?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. So Sudhakar sir, we are also sharing your LinkedIn profile so that people can connect and take this discussion forward. Yeah. So there are
Sure,
certain questions.
Ashish ji. So here also I would like to add that, after my tenure with Wellness Forever, Amore and Reliance from last 4 years, me and my team, very senior team is working I'm a co-founder and director of Retailogy, which is
Right.
actually a company who is helping entrepreneurs, helping brands to scale up. Apart from helping the retail companies, I'm still on advisory board in wellness and in Mummy Frank Cross and many more retail companies in India and helping, and contributing in their growth strategies and planning at different levels from scratch to going up to the IPO level. At the same time, for pharma marketeers, like there are many today, I've seen many players are there in pharma, OTX and OTC. We also, as a Retailogy, help the brands, either it's a Nutra brand, is a Derma brand, or any OTC or OTX brands to help them onboarding into modern trade players, to plan their team building, their trainings, product trainings, and the go-to-market strategies, and also how to scale up the business, how to do sales in-store campaigns, and what kind of sales and marketing activities need to be done, especially in modern trade. So happy to connect with the companies who are struggling to maybe be present in the modern trade or scaling of the business. Then definitely we can connect, and I'll be very happy to help them to grow their business, and it will be my pleasure, so that it will be a win-win situation for both. So definitely we can join hands together and we can grow those brands.
We have been talking about not only the offline retail store, but also the inroads of quick commerce and
Sure.
e-pharmacy, which is
Right.
slowly, steadily taking the attention of the consumers.
Sure.
So that is also a very sweet spot for people. They have been question which has come from Alok, where he is talking about how do we leverage this channel. So if I can ask Sudhakar ji, how exactly do you feel that we can leverage this channel for merchandising? So this is basically online digital presence. So if you have any such thoughts, how exactly you feel it is not only about listing your product, but how do you make it visible in the online space?
Yes, so in this, two, three things can be done. One is, of course, the onboarding and listing of the brand in the, let's say, in the Blinkit, Zepto, or a lot of players are coming in market nowadays, Instamart, or these players in Swiggy and all that. So they are doing. So two, three things. One, of course, they have a marketing team and they suggest to you that whenever there is that kind of category of product somebody is buying, then automatically, if you have alignment and your brand is having alignment with them, then automatically your product will pop up and it will suggest to the customer that you can also buy this. At the time of he is relatively he's buying something else, a different brand or a different similar category of products. So your brand can be popped up. One thing. Second thing, of course, the as we mentioned also in the thing e-invoice. E-invoice also, whenever you receive a bill, a hard copy and a soft copy,
Absolutely.
both those can be inculcated into that. And of course, because once you are on the quick com, then your social media presence will create a pull factor to the and there you can give a link to the for the, let's say, Blinkit or for Instamart or for your own website also. You can put your link on a social media, let's say Insta or Facebook or LinkedIn. And mainly these are areas only for a low cost model. Of course, for a bigger brands, they create a lot of celebrity engagement and other things, which is slightly a high cost model to leverage and to create a pull for your brand. But basically presence on their website, pop-up can be done on the same category of, and e-invoice and the hard copy of the invoice. These few things can be, created, and it will leverage your brand and it will, increase your customer base.
Perfect. So I have another question from you for you, Meganathan sir.
Yeah.
Does merchandising of OTX products direct to consumer at the store dilutes prescription secrecy of HCPs? So this question was asked by Vikas Gupta. Vikas Gupta says that if I have a brand which is currently being prescribed by HCPs and I suddenly start doing merchandising at the store level, will I stop getting the required attention from the HCP? How do I actually play that particular thin line so that I be present as well as I keep getting the confidence and the support from the HCPs?
Yeah, Ashish, here, no, it's a very important point. We also traveling the same page. Our brands also traveling. We have big two brands, P as well as, Zingovate. And I'll give you one example of the Crozin. Crozin also, you see OTX and OTC. Now you see still doctors are writing Crozin.
True.
The brand is makes difference. And Dolo 650. Today, Dolo is gone to OTC today. But if you see, the most of whenever patient goes to the doctor, the first trusted brand is paracetamol is Dolo and
Absolutely.
Crozin and P650. So this is over the longer period, companies are creating the perception in the mind of the customers. So we have two customers with us. One is internal customer is a doctor, external customer is patients. See, both the customer convenience in perception wise is very clear. I don't think no HBC will make any difference. That's what my suggestion. And I'll give more examples of Volini. Volini gel. Today, exclusive full OTC and Dyson and Jerusalem. But today, if you go to remote area, why people are writing these top brands? No, availability is not a problem.
Yep.
So reach will be enter India, every nook and corner, this Dolo will be available, Dyson will be available, Jerusalem will be available. So that's very, very important. Patient, doctor also today don't want to torture the patients. If writing something which is not available near the counter.
True.
So that's what they do write the top brands, particularly the products like Crozin and Dolo. I hope my answer will be clear on this area.
Absolutely. So I think the brand which I have personally observed, which is Revital, which was when it was launched long back, it was definitely a prescribed brand. But as the company has realized that it has grown to a particular stage and they have to scale it up if they want to really leverage on the brand, they have gone consumer. They have used brand ambassadors like Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar, and they have gone regional. They have done a lot of merchandising, point of sale presence, sampling activities, and the brand would have not reached to the level if they would have not taken a decision to
Yeah.
move to the other side. If they would have been
What?
dependent only and only on RX, I
Yes,
think the
yes.
brand would have had a limited growth.
One more apt example I would like to share here, Electrol. You can see 10 years back, Electrol was totally prescribed brand. Today you
Absolutely.
see doctor also do prescribe and patient also will go to that retail outlet. They'll ask himself during the sickness, particularly the seasonal time, the summer season, people have a lot of nutrition, electrolytes imbalance. So to neutralize that, people do ask and they take electrolytes in the retail outlet. See, that no, depending upon the brand, that makes a lot of difference now in the market.
Absolutely. So there is one more question which Omkar is asking ki how do you actually quantify the ROI or the delta sales from the execution of window visibility activities? Or is it just that you feel that this is a must-do activity and that's why you are doing it, but you are not able to calculate whether this has really impacted in the incremental sales? So imagine an outlet was not having any merchandising, and in the second month you decided that yes, we will invest on the outlet and we will do X amount of merchandise point of sales presence. So how do you actually calculate a ROI? And to keep doing that activity, obviously you have to justify to your management also. It's a cost per outlet,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So how do you actually justify the ROI when you are doing a merchandising activity?
Yeah, last week, no, you can recollect our discussion. You asked me
Yeah,
one question, straight question. How much, percentage of money you will spend for merchandising?
exactly.
This is a very important question because I'm basically my background only the pharma background. I never gone to OTC because no, my background is the prescription generation as well as some part of OTX.
Right.
So if you ask me, we don't spend 100% of my sales promotional on the merchandising. We'll spend around 10 to 15%.
Perfect.
But if I spend 10 to 15% on my leading brand like Zincovit and P Group, that during the seasonal time only, I used to spend money on merchandising in the retail level. Particularly, I was sharing with what type of
Yes.
campaigns I do run, particularly in the posters, education, patient education posters, and
Right.
brand recalls and chemist books and pads and clips and mobile stand for the chemist where my brand will be printed so that no I can make my presence in the each and every retail outlet whenever patient comes to you for the vitamins or nutrition supplement or zinc. Now my retail shop first they do address on Zincovate. That's the reason no we spend money on the sales promotional activity in the retail shops. And second point also I would like to highlight more visibility, the more ROI. So normally
Yeah.
people will say, more you demand, more doctor will give business. More you demand, more customer will buy. So I do work on the same principle. If you cry, if you cry, crying baby only will get milk. That's a probe
Yeah.
in the entire people will
It's a
understand.
common saying in marketing that if you are seen, you are sold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to
So we-
cry in whether you are customer, you have to in front of your customer, you have to display wherever you get the opportunity. You have to display your products and you have to display your stuffness through
Absolutely.
education's awareness.
Absolutely. So, yes, so they have got so many questions, but yes, I have shared the LinkedIn profile of both the speakers. I would request people to get in touch with Meganathan sir, Sudhakar ji. If you have any questions, they will be more than happy to connect with you and help you in your journey with regard to visibility. And this is definitely a tricky area, but we have seen brands have really taken leverage of it, benefited from it, and have done this consistently. So I would request all the people who are there in the room with us today to leverage this particular channel and grow your brand to the next level. With that, I would like to thank my team who has supported us in terms of getting this in place. Renuka, Surya, Saleha, the IT team, Kiran, Abhinendra, thank you so much for being with us and making this webinar a grand success. Thank you so much, sir. And if there are certain questions that I was not able to pick up because of the time, I'm really sorry about this. But yes, we have speakers who will be more than happy to get in touch with you.
Thank you very much, Ashish ji. Thanks a lot, Medgini team, and especially Renuka. She was a very good coordinator and good follow-up, and things doing on time. So thanks a lot, and I hope that this session is learning, and there was a lot of learning for me also, from Meganathan ji and from Ashish ji, and it
Thank you,
was a
sir.
good participation, and look forward for such more sessions, for interactive sessions, and with new subjects and new agendas. We can discuss. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you,
Your
Mr.
time.
Ashish.
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ashish and Sudhakar ji. Lot of insight on retailing. Definitely, right from beginning of this webinar, I definitely shared with you all. Today is going to be learning session on retailing. And definitely, we have learned a lot of things on retailing today, and merchandising, of course. I would like to thank personally the Medgini's team and Ashish. Right from the
Thank you,
day
sir.
one, you are so enthusiastic about. You have shown a lot of enthusiasm and energy for this program. Please continue this program. Again, you can call us for some other topics.
Certainly.
Wish you all the
Certainly,
best
sir.
and God bless all.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
very much. Thanks. Thank you. Wishing you all happy selling. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.